Hi everyone, my name is Hieu Pham Fraser and I live here in beautiful British Columbia. And I wrote a children's picture book called The Little Girl. At the back, I'll read you what it says here. When the little girl arrives at her new home, the guard at the border takes away a little piece of her name. Then the teacher at her new school takes away the rest. This new home is beautiful, but it's also scary. She must learn so many things: how to draw, how to read, how to print in a strange new language. Every day she works very hard, but will it ever be good enough? Will she ever be good enough? And how can she do all this without her name? This story is based on a true refugee experience of a Vietnamese boat family. The little girl illustrates how good intentions have nothing to do with the impact we have on another's well-being and the painful consequences of having foreign names anglicized for the comfort of those in power. My impetus for writing this book is because I am a teacher, and for many, many years I watch my students come to school every day, every year, changing or anglicizing their names. And we had a class discussion one year when I was a teacher librarian with the classroom teacher and the students in that class. And a little boy said to me, "You know, my family can't say my English name, but that's just what you do. You just change your name to an English name because that's how you get the teachers to like you and the school to like you, and then you can do better in school." And it made me really think about that. And that was when I had decided that I would like to share this story. I wrote this manuscript way back when, I would say now, 8 years ago. And it was just on a piece of paper, and I just wanted to share it with my students as a teacher so that we can learn more about what it means to give up our names. Over time, it just sat on the shelf, and over time, through the pandemic, there were many things that happened in the world. I look back at it now, and some of my colleagues and I call it the racial reckoning. It was a whole bunch of events, including Black Lives Matter, the news stories around George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and so many others. And then the anti-Asian hate. It just made me feel that my colleagues and my friends and my families so desperately wanted to understand what racism is. And people were asking questions, and we were speaking the language of what is this thing called racism, and what does it look like and sound like? And yet we go into our spaces at work and at home, and we perpetuate it. So I wanted to share this story to very much share with my friends and my adult colleagues what racism and implicit bias looks like, sounds like, and feels like. I literally put love at the center of this work. And from that commitment to love, everything else kind of stems out. And so when I wrote this story, I really wanted it to be even though the topic is very serious, and for some people it could be even offending, right? I want it to come from a point of view where anybody can read this story and have a perspective. There are adults who have told me that this has really made them think about the way they welcome other people into their lives and how they accept people. And I think for adults, the big lesson is what implicit bias really looks like. What I really hope that school-age children would get from it is that it is okay to just be themselves, just whoever they are, whatever language they speak at home, whatever they may look like or sound like, it's okay just to be you. And it's not okay for someone else to take that away from you. And when that happens, you have something inside yourself called courage, and you can activate it. You can do something about that, and that you are loved and cared for and accepted just for you, for being you.